to shine. Shout out to everyone on this beautiful Saturday. We got information, the news, the Dallas Cowboys players, defensive players playing multiples. And of course, this is not new news to you guys because we all know that last season Jayron Kearse played all over the field. And primarily we're going to talk about the big nickel. And then of course we're going to talk about Sam Williams. Appreciate everybody for jumping in on this beautiful day. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. The grind to shine for your mind. Let's go. Be sure to smash the like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Slap that like button. Let's go. Appreciate all of the faithfuls. If you're a real one, let me see you real one in the chat. Shout out to the Facebook groove. Really appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. Shout out to those boys. Let's go. Jametta, I see you. Frank, what's good with you? Come on. All right. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. Episode 1 million, right? I don't know the episode number, by the way, but it feels like 1 million. And I don't mind talking to you guys if it's that. And I got to tell you guys so many things on my mind as relates to this Cowboys. One of the things, a lot of people yesterday on the previous podcast, you know, when we was talking about DK Metcalf and, you know, Dak Prescott and James Washington, and as well as Jalen Tolbert and who else? Noah Brown, and if Gallup can be that guy, what have you. My main goal is to be looking at this team and seeing how we can better our best. That's the reality of it. I want to better our best, and I'm trying to replace guys if possible. I'm looking at it from an objective opinion base or what have you, and I get it, right? the likes of Noah Brown or Simi Fehoko, TJ Vasher, all of those boys being of what DK Metcalf has done so far are very slim. Very, 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 very slim. And if I'm looking at this team, and I have high hopes for this team because it goes both ways. You can look at this team and say, man, we got to be cautious with it. And say, man, we don't want to slip up. Because if we go, 7 and 10 or something like that, or if we go like, let's say, a number that's not favorable, and then we will be looking back at first-round draft picks and, hey, man, woulda, shoulda, coulda, you know. But if we're going to win more than 12 to 13 games, that first-round draft pick next season is going to be equivalent to a second-round draft pick. Because there's only really in a draft class about 13 to 14 true first-round draft picks, right? And then after that, that's just my thoughts on it. Shout out to you, Peasy. Shout out to you, Key. Shout out to you guys for jumping in. Brittany, appreciate you, as well as Rick. I thank everybody for jumping in. Jared Thomas, appreciate you, man. I love hearing people hit me up and say, man, I've started my YouTube page because of you, or Instagram or Facebook. Their MySpace pages, as well as Twitter and Twitch. I really appreciate it, man, when they say, hey, man, you know, you inspired me to start my channel, and I love it, man. They let me know that I'm doing something right? But neither here nor there. Not going to keep you guys long. I'm going to try to speed through this show and episode because I got thousands of things to do today. And we will be giving you guys an old film session at the end, and it's going to be Jayron Kearse, so there's no element of surprise. But I want to hear this audio of Sam Williams, if that is okay with you guys. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
At this stage of the process?
It's just like, I feel like the biggest, I don't know. I really don't know. The biggest challenge.
Just a lot to take in? Right?
No, not really, because like we have days to like process it. We have walkthroughs, like especially the rookies, like 'cause they like used to the plays or whatever. But we walk through probably like 5 times a day, so it's like easy to catch on. I would say just being up here all day, because I mean we get up here at 6 and we leave at like 5. So
this Sam Williams, by the way, is not that long. Check out Cowboys.com and you can see the full audio there. Appreciate you guys so much for jumping in, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this, and then the next interview will be Jayron Kearse. Okay.
You know, that's probably. Yeah, because like in college, you know, that time it would be in the classroom and all this, but it's straight football now. But I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, because this is what I signed up for. I mean, this is what I get paid to do. So it's not a bad thing, but yeah, I say that's the most difficult part, because like when I go home, I get an hour to eat, take a shower, then I'm back in bed around like 9, 8. So. Full-time job.
Got to treat it like a job. So this is Sam Williams going through the process of letting everybody know what it feels like as a rookie playing with that silver and blue. He don't have the star on his helmet yet.
But it pays well, so. Speed to power. Since we don't have pass on, this is the perfect time, I feel like, to get my hands right, my feet work right, and just like open up my pass rush like toolbox.
What has DQ said has been the plan for you? They want to be strictly on the edge? Are they moving you around?
This is what I wanted to get to.
They move me like different spots. Like I just want to be the most, like I just want to be able to be used like wherever to help the team. Like even if it's to kick off return, wherever. Like I'll just play whatever.
Mike has instilled the belief that now D linemen can return kicks. Is that right?
Oh, I haven't talked to him about that.
All right, so basically the nugget of this particular conversation is he's not only relegated to one side of the field. Dan Quinn got this guy right here that you see on your screen right now, Sam Williams, moving everywhere. And I love it because 4.4 speed is hard to replicate. 4.4 speed for an offensive lineman really jacks them up. They are bigger guys that got to stop this person who will be fresh. Keep in mind, the ideology of Sam Williams would be, I'm going to be utilized as a rotational guy. Now, I do look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. When we say that this particular team, when you rotate your defensive front, it is good. Keep in mind, offensive linemen, they don't rotate. The Cowboys tried that experiment in the Denver's game. It didn't work out well. You don't rotate your offensive linemen. Let me repeat, you don't rotate your offensive linemen. Can I say it one more time just so I can be feeling good about it? You don't rotate your offensive linemen. Nevertheless, you do rotate your defensive fronts. And getting him accustomed to playing from the inside or outside is a marvelous thing. And he will be looking at this like, hey, this opportunity to learn from those other guys, we'll be just crazy with it. Shout out to you, J Form. Appreciate you, J Form. Thank you for all that you do. especially for the community. Will Jalen Smith be mad? I got your number 54. This is from Johnny. Jalen Smith wanted to wear that number 9. And looking at Sam Williams, let me pull up his picture again, his photo again. Looking at Sam Williams, the 54 is going to look different on him anyway, And by him playing that position, that role, keep in mind, and this is another nugget that I'm going to tell you guys. Sam Williams in college converted from a linebacker to an edge guy. Now, they played a 3-4 defense, so that's really much to do about nothing. But I want to tell you guys that Sam Williams, he understands the principles of what a linebacker should do. And that, my friend, goes a long, long, long way. Right? So, appreciate everybody. Learn from Tank and Parsons. Yeah, this is from Key. Yeah, appreciate you. Shout out to Jay Form. Welcome new mods and on all of the new channel members. Appreciate you, Jay. I really appreciate you, man. I really do. All right, so the next episode, or the next video is a better way to say it, will be Jayron Kearse. And let me see if I can start this from the beginning. Only heard pieces of it, so I didn't get a chance to hear all of it. So I got virgin's ears to it. So we going to all play this together. Let's go.
And, my time in Minnesota, I had the opportunities, to play this same position or the big nickel position. But, it was seldom that I was getting that opportunity week in and week out. So, I think the only thing that's changed since I've been here is, the opportunities presented itself week in and week out. And just giving me the ability to be on the field at all times.
For a casual fan who might not know what exactly
casual
your responsibilities
fans
are as a big nickel, what would you tell them? Or how would you describe
That's a good question.
Think of a normal nickel that's playing in the slot, covering. You have to do the same things that a normal nickel does. You cover receivers, you cover tight ends. It's no different.
I know you've been in the league for several years now. How much has the game changed in terms of the ways you have to defend it? And how much do you see your
listen up to this part?
The evolving offenses.
I think the game changed a lot. It's becoming a pass first league, and having guys like myself, and the other safeties that can play multiple positions. It helps out a lot. You don't get caught up in positions where you may have a linebacker that's good for run but can't play the pass. You have a safety that can play the pass and also can play in the run. And it's multiple guys around the league that does this at a high level. But like I said, I don't feel like anyone does it at the level that I do it at because of my size and the way that allows me to play in the box, and you don't lose the size of a linebacker. But you gain coverage, but you still get the same run defense as a linebacker. And I definitely think with the way the game is changing, it's adding a lot of value to the safety position because.
Now, that's Jayron Kearse talking about, his flexibility. And, of course, for those who don't know the big nickel, he went into those details of it. Pretty much you got you a safety that's playing down in the slot that can convert over to a linebacker just like that, depending on lineup or what have you. My guy Jay says this rookie class is interesting. Media day is taxing them. Thursday, these guys had testing. And media, okay. And that was after meeting, shaking my head. So they had testings, like what you mean, like testings in media. So they had like a test of like what they should do. And also, Jay Form, appreciate you, man. Let me know if any of those guys, any of those boys that's out there, as it relates to the wide receivers, will they be ready? And I get it, right? Even with Michael Gallup, he's moving around, but he's tenderly moving around. That's why they got still photos. But he's tenderly moving around. From what I got from one of my inside sources out there, they saying that, yeah, he's moving, but it ain't like he can, do anything with it, But I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. J-Rock is that dude. Yep. I like the guys. No nonsense. Yeah, approach. Yeah. Let's listen to more of this.
You get guys that can play multiple positions. You know, you got the Tyrann Matthews who's a safety but can go down and play in the nickel, and he also gets in the box. So it's a lot of guys to look at. You know, that I look at and like to watch when I'm studying someone. You know, and I definitely believe it's adding value to us because you know you don't have a lot of players that can go out, a lot of different positions that can go out and play multiple positions. You know, you see it with Jalen Ramsey. You know, being a corner that can go into the inside and then play at a high level, but you don't see a lot of corners get bumped inside and then get used to blitz and that type of thing. That's mainly safeties who, you know, we can bump them down and we can bring them off the edge. We can put them in coverage or we can play them in the box. So, you know, I definitely feel like the safety position is gaining a lot of value.
For sure, we were just talking to TP about how he's a running back, but he's getting used more in the passing game and sort of like going between those rooms when he's preparing. What's the challenge as a defender against preparing against someone like that, and why does that give y'all an advantage having a player like Tony on your team?
It's a huge advantage for the offense and a bit of a disadvantage for the defense because, you know, when that guy's in, you never know where he's going to be. So, you know, one play he might be at receiver, then the next play he's out at running back. You know, it kind of messes up your count because, you know, you don't know if you're getting 11 personnel, you're getting 10, or you're getting 12 for the simple fact that he's a multi-positional player. And, you know, you've seen exactly some of the things that could be done with that with Deebo Samuels. And, you know, I feel like, you know, having that ability to do that with TP is going to help our offense a lot because TP is a dynamic player in this league.
Now, he's talking about the good old Tony Pollard. Shout out to Tony Pollard. He actually works out with my guy, Jay Form, that's in the chat, brother, Sanders Fitz. So I appreciate that. And my thing is, we known of this before TP even came to Dallas, right? We knew of this before he even came to Dallas. And the creativity been the clamps for him. The Cowboys front office, I get what they do, right? But I'm talking about the offensive coordinator. There have been games, multiple games, that Tony Pollard only seen the ball 3 times or 4 times. There have been multiple situations and scenarios that Tony Pollard been in the game for only two snaps, and I can't make this stuff up. So it's like, man, if Kellen Moore, this would be the year for Kellen Moore as it relates to his offensive play calling, to see whether or not he can elevate himself to being in one of those classes of, hey, I'm a well-known name in a good way. Last season, yes, number 1 in the offense as it relates to total points and yards. I get it, right? But our efficiency level in red zone, 23rd. I'm just going to do like my granddaddy. 23rd, you know? May he rest in peace. But you guys get what I'm saying? Can you imagine you number 1 in total offense, yards and points, but your red zone is 23rd? Like, that efficient level is it's sad. So he got to go back to the drawing board. And if he can get that number up, woo. DP, shout out to you. He says TP is 6 foot, 215. And yeah, they about the same size. Debo is about 212-ish, 215-ish, give or take, too. They about the same size, right? Not Cowboys related, but Derrick Henry, keeping eyes and minds on the schedule. Yeah. Look, when I looked at the schedule, J Form, I was glad that we played the Tennessee Titans at the latter end of the schedule. Maybe that we bruised and battered Derrick Henry, or we just pretty much already in the playoff at that time, and we're just trying to float pieces together. But I get what you're saying, though, you know. It is what it is. Oh, did the movie come out this weekend? Y'all let me know. The Thor movie, because I need to get a chance to get into that one. Y'all let me know. Running back game is the key. This is from Gary Stokes. Yeah, you're right. So let's listen to, because I think that was the end of that interview. And why he brought him up, let's listen to Tony Pollard. Let's do that. We're going to listen to Tony Pollard whenever the audio load up. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this episode. So I'm segueing right now, and we're going to listen to Tony Pollard. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, while the audio is loaded, July 8th is when the Thor movie come out. Good. And it's June the 11th. Okay, so I'm going to put the Thor movie on my calendar. I thought for sure it came out this weekend. Boy, so what movie is out right now? What movie is hot right about now? Who watched The Boys on while this thing is loading? Here you go. It's loaded now. I try to ruminate a little bit, but here we go. Who watched The Boys on Amazon Prime? Who watched those episodes? Because I think it's season 3, and that just came out. And Miss Marvel just came out on Disney or what have you. And I like to wait because I hate watching series, and then all of a sudden it get good at the end, and then you have to wait a full week. Oh, it was Jurassic Park that came out this weekend. Okay. I'm going to go watch Jurassic Park. Let me see. Maverick. Shout out to you, Frederick. Appreciate you. Top Gun. Oh, Top Gun Maverick. I have to get my mindset to Top Gun, but I feel you. I'm going to have to watch the first one all over again. But let's listen to this good old Tony P. Push and pay.
You feel like you can do more? That you want to do more?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
So Mike talks about you playing a little more in the slot, catching some more passes, things like that. How open are that to you, and how much do you pride yourself in versatility, being able to do both?
I'm open to anything, just being on the field, being able to make, the most of my opportunities. So if I have to line up in the slot a little more or wherever it takes, I'm ready to do it.
Do you love the fact that doing both? I mean, I know you like to run the ball, but it's probably pretty fun for you to catch the ball too. Tell me a little about that.
It's definitely different, bringing it back to college. It just makes things a little easier, being out wide, catching the ball, not having to worry about first line of defense, the linebackers, then the safety. So, once you're out wide, you really just have one guy to beat, and then you can off to the races from there.
And a lot of people are talking about the weapons that are gone on offense this year, and mostly receivers. So it kind of feels like there's more opportunity maybe for you to catch passes every week. Because do you notice that? And are you ready for that opportunity?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of opportunities out there. With guys like Coop leaving, guy like MG probably not going to be ready for the first game. So, guys got their shots, got their opportunities. We just got to maximize.
Again, some people saying you need more touches. Are you one of the people saying you need more touches?
Yeah, let me see.
I could agree with that.
Wait a minute, he finally said it, because to me, in my opinion, of Tony Pollard, he never complains. Like, he never say, hey, give me the ball. Let me see if I can eat some of this meat that's on the bone, and take it off the bone or what have you. And this was a good play because Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. Look at that block by Ezekiel Elliott. And get upfield, Tony. And I like the ideology that he's not that aggressive of a person off field. Like, hey, man, we could have won the game if you gave me a few touches, right? But he's more, and I'm not saying that he's docile, right? And shout out to you all. Y'all can hear that South Memphis in him or what have you. I think he's from South Memphis, right? You can hear that Memphis tongue when he speak. But let's listen to this guy.
To certain people who might make those decisions?
Hey, I let them watch the film and determine what they need to determine.
I think this offense is better the more involved you are?
I feel like I'm better the more I'm more involved in the offense.
Oh, and hey, he's smart. He said, I feel like I'm better when I'm more involved into the offense. That's a good way to put it. But if he'd have said we, but hold on, let me rewind. Let me make sure I heard it right. We're going to rewind it just a snippet, and we're going to listen to it.
And determine what they need to determine.
I think this offense is better the more involved you are?
I feel like I'm better the more I'm more involved in the offense.
Okay, he said I'm. Okay.
The offense is going to get better if you get more work. I don't want to put words in your mouth there.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
More touches out of the backfield, more touches receiver. Do you care where the touches come from?
Backfield, receiver, returner, wherever.
Now, how much are you in both meetings? How much are you in the receiver meetings?
Not really in the receiver meetings, but like individual drills. Sometimes I go with the receivers, do individual things like that. The combo period, I may line up with the receivers and run routes. So just switching it up.
You and Zeke in the backfield together. Just talk about that. And would you like that package to be used as well?
Yeah, you know, just trying to get our playmakers on the field at the same time. So, you know, I think it's a good idea.
You know, people try to make it you or Zeke, you know, and it's really, that's not how y'all look at it.
Nah, not at all. I mean, we're on the same team. We got the same goals, so we're shooting for the same thing.
And he supports you, and you've been on the field and been involved in the offense.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's a good guy, man. That's a real good guy, Tony Pollard, man. Hey, we on the same team. We got the same goal in mind, you know. And watch how that official fall right there. I can rewind this 1,000 times and do this for hours. Like money long. I can do this for hours. Champagne. Shower. Watch how that official. Yeah. Get in there. Get in there, Tony. Man, it would have been so right, man, too much like right if we would have won that game against the Raiders in that Thanksgiving Day. Man, dog. That's why I always tell people, regardless, man, eat that Thanksgiving food before the game kick off, man. You just never know. You just never know. Watch Tony crease that edge right there. Get upfield, man. Get up in there. They said that's when he kind of tore his foot deal there right there. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. I don't want this team to play the verses, right? I want this team to just figure it out. Utilize both running backs. Utilize the wide receivers the way they can. And get things going the best way possible. But it all starts with the mindset and the mentality, Cowboy Nation. Yeah, those are nice runs, ain't it right, Thomas? Frank, I appreciate you for watching too. And Clarence Hill, just for my guy J4. Oh my God. J4 says TP is way too smart for media tricks. I'm not finna say what all you said, but yeah. But shout out to you, man. Shout out to Clarence Hill. You know. Oh my goodness, man. All right, Cowboy Nation. And I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in for this episode. The Cowboy players playing multiples, right? I got to get ready to take the ladies out, and we're going to have a good time today. But I want to leave you guys with some film audio, and we're going to get this going about my thoughts on Jayron Kearse. I think I got it somewhere still here, and we'll play that. And then we'll get things going from here. But I really appreciate you guys. Listen to
right now, that's 11 of us out there that got scored on twice. We're not blaming nobody. Let's lock the in.
Let's look into the film. In this video, we will be looking at Jayron Kearse, the vocal leader of this team on the defensive side of the coin. And he established himself during his offseason, doing such, of being a guy to get out there making things happen. Now, pay attention. Although the receiver was able to catch this ball, I still got to give credit to Jayron Kearse for creating that pressure. And creating that pressure, this was in the earlier of the quarters, by the way. Creating that pressure goes a long way. And once these guys get on the same page, they will understand that, hey, we can start jumping routes because the pressure is there. Now, granted, Kearse is a guy that helps out everybody. He helps out Diggs on his tackle here. Speed, awareness, vision, tenacity that he brings to the table that I like to see. 27, making things happen. Now, midway through the game, he said, hey, let's not blame anyone. Let's lock in. And I believe when he said that, he gave that speech, it motivated everyone. Watch how Jayron Kearse is able to knife through there, disengage and get upfield, square his shoulders, and make the tackle. I love it, playing through the echoes of the whistle. Watch, square his shoulders, get there, make the tackle. Get there. Sling him out of bounds. This is everything. Knifes inside. Square your shoulders. We can watch this 1,000 times. Textbooks. Get to the edge. Make sure you make them pay. Don't let them get a free escape. No, you got to pay their way. And you see it better from this angle. Knife through there. Disengages. Sway your shoulders. Still make them pay. Sling them around. That's what I want. Impact. Tenacity. Make sure they know your name, by the way. And Kearse, this is what he do. Come down and field. Got to do that. Be the aggressor. Although it seems as if though the running back kind of won on that one. But you still got to be the aggressor.
Watch that
Make
running
sure
back.
You come down. Don't let him hit you. You hit him. Go down and make that tackle. That's what I like to see. Swear, get low, make the tackle, and we see that out of Jayron Kearse. And then watch this blitz right here. Run blitz, and you get there, make that tackle there. Not afraid to knife inside. I know some defensive edge guys that cannot get low enough and disengage. He got low, got there, and made that tackle. That's what I like to see, Cowboy Nation. Get low, squeeze, knife in there, make that tackle. Seal the edge off, flex on them. Lock in. Get everything that you can off the field. Get it off the field. There you go. Don't let them give it to you. You take it. Yeah, flex on them. That's what we like to see, that tenacity, that impact. Hey, it's contagious. Continue. Fight toward the quarterback. Make them pay. Intentional ground. That's what they should have called. You should have got a sack off of this one.
Yeah, he should have got a sack,
to the edge, look at the quarterback right to dead. And I don't know how he got that off, but shout out to Mac Jones. He got it off.
Crap.
No one is in his area. No one. Come on, aficionados. Call that flag. This guy way over here now. Come on. He just threw this thing over here in the flats, basically. No one's there. No one's there. That ball should be intentional ground. He should give this man a sack, a loss of downs. But it is what it is. Watch. You can see it better off of this angle. Look. Come on now. What you doing? Nobody's there. Nobody's there. I wish he would have got there a little bit sooner, and it would have been a real fumble. But I still give credit to Jayron Kearse for getting off of that edge, squeezing inside. Now, 94 one-on-one, you know how that goes, right? And he just squeezes around inside. And these quarterbacks, man, y'all better watch out. Once this team get a groove going and figure out the concept, what they really going to do with this strong safety, because he playing linebacker, he's playing big nickel, he's playing on the edge, and that Jayron Kearse is doing all of those things. Coaches know how to disguise that look. They know how to cover him, hide him, and they know how to put him at different angles. Good separation right here to get downfield and make this tackle right here. So I believe in hearts of hearts what the Cowboys
that was containment right there.
Jayron Kearse is keep him at big nickel, keep him down and close inside, and then on top of that, what they going to do with Malik Hooker. You seen him on a few plays. I think he on a pitch count, but he did a great job on this play. He will be your free. Him and Donovan Wilson will be your free. And I believe Malik Hooker will get his playing legs up under him. Maybe in a couple of more games, he'll be that established free. And maybe you can rotate him and Donovan Wilson. I like number 27 close along the LOS, playing inside that box, being an impact guy, blitzing off the edge. Keep utilizing him in those ways, and everything will work his way out. As far as DeMonte KZ, I get it. A lot of people want him off the team. However, you got to look at it like this. Depth, everything. You give him a spanking. You say, hey, we're going to lower your time. You do an in-house punishment. In-house punishment. Let him know, hey, we got Malik Hooker. Oh, excuse me, we got Donovan Wilson. Oh, excuse me, you got Izzy. You got all of these boys that's on your team that can fill in that spot, and then it'll be a wake-up call down the line for him. But everything else will work his way out because this team already got guys that's willing to play, to show up and show out. And I'm not saying that DeMonte KZ is not that guy, but what I'm saying is let's figure out a way to put Malik Hooker back out there and put Donovan Wilson out there, those boys, and then you sprinkle in a KZ here and there. Maybe you put him on a special teams groove, huh? So this is what we got. We got a Jayron Kearse who's been playing lights out. I do not want to move him off the field at all. No. Yep. I like his tenacity. I like his impact. I like seeing him play close to the LOS. I like even when he is playing in coverage, he's not afraid to come down and field. He can get there, change of direction. The team gravitates towards him, and they like him. He's a genuine guy. Is looking at some of the film of them in the locker room. He's always around the offense and defense, so that's a good thing. Continuity goes a long way, Cowboy Nation, and I believe that is what he's bringing to the table. Like I said, when we look at this play again, man, don't you know that this should have been a sack right here, man. And the way he bursts and get off of that edge, Cowboy Nation, man. And I believe him in 94, they working something out together. I mean, when you put him on the same side, 94 said, you better chip me if you come in, if you let me come down that field by myself, it's over, basically. I'm paraphrasing. So figure this out, Cowboy Nation. We really need to really take a look at LVE maybe on another film, and as well as number 42, Keanu O'Neal. Sometimes I just don't really see it, but hopefully it's just a little rust factor for him being out for that protocol stuff, and we will see some of those impactful plays, those impactful hits that we've been looking for, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below of what we should do with Jayron Kearse. Do you want to keep him close to that LOS, playing that big nickel, flying off to the edge, disguise and make him the edge rusher on some plays, blitzing through the A-gap? Do you like all of that? Because his long length and his range, hey, that's something to think about, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's lock in. Let's lock in.
Right now, that's 11 of us out there that got scored on twice. We're not blaming nobody. Let's lock the in. Lock in.
When I tell you guys, Jayron Kearse is a dog. He's the leader on his defense already. Salute. I love it, man. I appreciate you guys for staying all the way through the film assessment, man. And that I did that during the season. So DeMonte KZ is no longer here, nor number 94, Randy Gregory. So, and of course, 42, Keanu O'Neal. Those three guys no longer on the team. And I just look at the whole entire situation like this. If Sam Williams rotated in with Dante Fowler, can be that. Well, Fowler is going to start, and I think Sam Williams would be the rotated guy. We can still have the same semblance of what we did. And looking back at that film, I wanted to stop it, but I couldn't because I already had it loaded in. But you guys can rewind. And it was a play off the edge. And 55 are just watching. They're like, what the world is he doing? So I was like, man, come on. I know that he had probably assignment to stay in that spot there. But you see the runner, go get the runner. You just don't sit there and watch. This is not watch football. That kind of made me mad on my way watching that. So hopefully, man, coaching staff saw what I was able to see and tell that man, look, shoot there, man. Don't see him get to the edge. Shoot to the edge before he get there, because your responsibility is to shoot through that. Kearse got outside containment, and the other guy had the outside. So you shoot through there, and you could have stopped all of that. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a good day and a better tomorrow. Let's continue to grind and shine. The Cowboys got $23 million. Let me repeat, $23 million. If they extend Dalton Schultz, they will have more money, believe it or not, because you can prorate the money and then spread it out once he get a new contract. And they got only 4 more days, I believe, before they can touch that or do that. So, Cowboy Nation, let's be really, really, really ready to talk about this within 4 days, right? Within 4 days, there should be 2 things that we would know. It will be this right here. News out of Frisco. The Cowboys then signed Dalton Schultz to he's now the highest paid tight end of all time in Cowboys history on his new contract. He is now getting $14.5 million APY with blah, 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 maybe $60 million, whatever, stretched out of so many years. That could be the situation there. Or they have until July the 15th. Well, they got a month I thought it was June the 15th. So he got a whole month. Appreciate you, Big Sarge. So within this day until July the 15th, I apologize. We should be listening in to that type of news and noise. Now, do you guys think, or should you guys look at it like this? Do you want him to play on that franchise tag? Because the 10.9 is 10.9 regardless. Or would you prefer it to be spread it out for 4 years or what have you? And normally the Cowboys like to say, hey, we got a 6-year deal on the table. We don't like those short ones, right? They gave Jason Witten a 6-year deal in 2006, right? And it is what it is. Appreciate everybody for watching. Be sure to hit that like, share this content. Atkins says spread it out. And then if they spread it out, we need to go. These should be the moves. You spread it out. You go get you another linebacker. Believe it or not, at this point, rather it is Anthony Barr, and I know you guys finna pull out the butter knife, or Anthony Hitchens. You bring in another linebacker. The whole other situation would be this. Far as this particular team, and I'm more so leaning on Anthony Barr, by the way. But what I'm talking about with Anthony Hitchens is more of, hey, this guy got experience, and then on top of that, he would be a good situation far as mentality on the team because he got experience. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's Anthony Hitchens a bust. That's all I'm saying, basically. Right? He got to be better than Luke Gifford, right? But it's a story of a different day. The whole aspect of this team, I think that they are waiting to see what these young guys can do in training camp, the real training camp, of whether or not they're going to pull the trigger on a veteran wide receiver that's out there. They got to see first, right? But that's my time, Cowboy Nation. Or Sue. Yeah, I forgot about Sue. I don't care if Sue is 39. Bring Sue in. As far as a mentality. But we got John Ridgway who get into fights and stuff, man. So that could be a situation there, Cowboy Nation. It could be. That John Ridgway getting into fights. You guys let me know who you would like to see in the Cowboys blue, right? Just let me know, Cowboy Nation. I'm not always right all the time. I just try to be, but, these are all opinions. If I had the magical ball, the crystal ball to see into the future, I wouldn't be in this seat. I promise you. I'd be like, open up, Jerry. I know you there at the Star in Frisco. I got a plan. I can see the future. You got to make this move in order to make that move, right? You got to move some things around in order to see it. I can see the future, but I don't have those powers. No, but in the reality of it, we can see the players that's out there now, the determinations of their heart, soul, and sinew, the mindset. We can see who want to be there at 6 o'clock. We can see who taking their bodies right. Ain't this right, Jay Form, if you still there? You already know. You already know. There's people out there that want it. There's people out there that say, hey, I just desire it. And there are people to just watch it. Who are you? I want you to be the person that say, man, I'm going to go get it. I want it. Not just desire it and just sit back and watch it. No. Make it happen. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you can scheme, all I can scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, woo! And lose all terror of your mind for it. If dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, regardless of what you try to do in your life, you can go out there and get it. Just don't be sitting back watching it. Say, man, you know, Law, I'm gonna have to save money to get this camera for $2,000, then I'm gonna start my YouTube. Man, Law, I gotta wait till I get 1,000 subscribers first before I do another episode. No. The moment is here. The time is now. Go get it. Shoot, let me get up out of here. I don't want to speak too much. Y'all know how this thing go. Go get it. Regardless, it don't have to be your two. It don't have to be even the Cowboys or whatever you rooting for, whatever you do in life. Go out there, snatch it. Shout out to the Warriors. They snatched one last night, right? Huh? They stole one back. So now it's a dog fight, right? To the top. Shout out to you, Stevie White.
Whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up and wait till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up. Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin' she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. No, G's, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days.
Yeah.
I might make it rain today.
Come on.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Dry you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food.
Need some food, ribs are touching. Oh my gosh, man. It goes all the way back to this too, Cowboy Nation. I gotta say this before I roll. So many people are so dependent on so many other things. Like I heard, like there's a shortage of baby formula. There's a shortage of corn. There's a shortage of this and that. Man, we lived on this earth for billions of years before manufacturers were able to create and build baby formulas, right? And then on top of that, the corn. The corn is one of the most blessing items that you can ever find in this world. If you plant it yourself, you got to start looking at how I can grow things myself, how I can get back outside of my house and start doing things for myself. Stop depending on everything and crying about it because there's a shortage. Come on, man. Your ancestors was here. They probably looked back and said, oh, how crazy this world is, that they depending on a manufacturer to create you baby food. And you talking about corn too? Being a shortage of corn? Man, if you gonna plant those crops, don't you know that you get 100 kernels? Man, seven ears of corn, it don't take much. But people want everything given to them now. Come on. Beans and rice, bro. Yeah. The butter beans go hard. Don't forget your quinoa. Yeah. Hit you all alone. Grains, baby. Y'all better eat some Brazilian nuts. Let's get it. Let me quit talking. Don't want to get shut down.
Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too. 7 years of the perfect love. 7 more and another one. And another one. Finding you was the one I lost. 7 wonders all in one.
All at one.
All in one.
I love this part right here.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
I play this for the podcast.
You know it's dangerous
Appreciate y'all.
to go alone.
Come on.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do.
Well, what I'm saying is that they are known and that they are known unknown. But there's also unknown. Things we don't know.
If a paper crane can fly,
Stevie White. Let's go.
then forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
One love.
So
Let's go.
far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
You could not live with your own failure.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?